As promised, we're back here in the beautiful small city of Baden, northern central Switzerland, and as we can see here, summer is still well upon us, well over 30 degrees, and we're in the curling center in Baden, and here we are. The ice is still frozen, and we're playing the fifth draw now. We've got Morozumi against Brunner from Switzerland, Kosomutsuri and his foursome, and we have Michael Brunner, Yatsuk Morozumi, skip, and Michael Brunner, skip of the Swiss team. Tetsuro Shimizu playing third. And we're almost set to go. Baden Masters Curling Champions Tour coverage continues. We're in the fifth draw of a six-draw day. And our last coverage for today. Should be a good match. Interesting two-broom system here. Been a long day for these players. Maybe a little jet lag starting to set in. Japanese, obviously, it is here at 6:30 to evening in Switzerland, so it's well past midnight in Japan. This team from Karisawa, Japan, playing against Brunner, that team playing out of Stadt, which is up in the mountains near Bern. And we're off. First rock is played. Japanese are playing red rocks, have the hammer. Swiss playing yellow rocks.
Room.
Yes. Kaya tota.
Good draw behind the center guard. Team Morozumi, sixth at the last World Curling Championships. Correction, fourth. Losing out to the bronze medal to the USA. Been around for a while. Yusuku. And this Brunner team, a little bit younger, a little less experienced. Michael Brunner, most experienced on the team, Youth Olympic Games gold medal winner in 2012. Some young prospects out of the Swiss camp, which are feeling quite a few good teams here this week, and a good group of young teams. Future looks pretty good for the Swiss. So Brunner is at Team Brunner is at 1 win, 1 loss. A bit of a surprise win over Team Schwaller with an 8-7 victory and a loss to the Danes Sterne. So this is their third game. We're playing 20 teams here 4 groups of 5 quarterfinals on Saturday evening. 8 teams qualify. And Morozumi is at 0-2. A loss, 7-3 loss to Smith of Scotland, and 6-2 loss Stern of Denmark. So Japanese with their backs against the wall a bit here. They need to win to stay in this competition. And they're probably third game today, plagued a little bit with the jet lag. They've been here a couple of days, been training in the last few days on the ice here since Tuesday. Neil Schwenter playing second rocks. Very young team here for the Swiss, all in their early 20s. And good double takeout. Japanese have a hammer and look like they're nicely set up for a deuce. Have one behind the guard in the forefoot, as we see here. And that counter. And we want to make sure they don't roll out. They need to keep their shooter to keep that deuce on.
Let's go. Chop down. Chop down. Yes.
Been very hot here all day, all week. Temperatures started going up midweek, well over 30 today. And looks like it's going to get even hotter on Saturday. Of course, on Monday it'll be nice and cool again. When the Baden Masters is over. But it's always hot here for the Baden Masters, on and off the ice. Teams really enjoy themselves. Great organization here. There's lots of stuff put on. All teams picked up at the airport. Hotels arranged. Meals, lots provided. 29,000 Swiss francs total prize money on the line. 11,000 Swiss francs for the winner. That's 40,000 Canadian total. So a nice little start cash for these teams. Long season ahead, a long costly season. A nice little start to a season-long campaign.
1回目だね。結構重かったよね。ああ、そうだね。
Tetsuro Shimizu. First third rocks here for the Japanese. They got two set up. Second guard. This looks like it might be over curling. Get it over for one, but it's over curling. It's not going to be much use to him, probably. Tried to get a little bounce. Probably left his shot rocks behind it exposed. And we definitely see that here. 3/4 open. Good quiet weight. Can easily get it then. Stefan Staley. He's from Gestalt. Trying to remove one, if not two of these Japanese counters. Gets one and lays second shot up top of the house. And Tetsuro Kimitsu, sorry. Wants to keep the shooter. Not rolling out will allow the Swiss team to remove that counter. Japanese have the hammer. Quickly on the other sheets, we have Tom Brewster of Scotland facing Joe Retina of Italy. We saw them play earlier this afternoon. And then we have Olsrud from Norway playing against Hess from Switzerland. And on sheet 4 we have Kyle Smith, two former world junior champions going at each other, Kyle Smith and Yannick Schwaller. And that looks like be a good match. And Swiss team removing that, Michael Brunner. Morozumi playing his first rack here. Looking to roll inside a little bit, get behind cover, even though he is behind the tee line. Gets partially buried. Swiss have an option of playing the out-turn hit there and peeling away, but that would just leave them with a draw for one. Two more rocks to play. Japanese have the hammer, so hit and roll away here would probably blank the end.
Nein, das ist gut, das ist gut. Elfi, muss ich da außen noch ein bisschen mehr kommen? Dein ist da hure gekocht. Okay. Elf ist gut. 11! Kommt nochmal dran. Fest. 11, 10,5, 11.
Looks like he's missed this. Ooh, big miss here in the first. Not one you really want to start your game with. Just didn't come for him. He talking about throwing it up a little bit here. Wasn't sure about the weight. And he looks like he overthrew it a bit. Morozumi here with a fairly simple, straightforward draw for a deuce.
同じこと言われる。もう新しいラインの方に振り切った方が。ベチでしょうよ。
こう思う。
3.5ってさ、どんなもんだ。
半端ぐらい投げていいと思う、さっきの。
今のってこと？今ハックで止まっちゃったじゃん。
今のとこはね、まあまあちょっとだけ滑るようになってたライン。
ちなみにじゃあ今のウエイトはもう遅い。今投げたさ、バンパーって言って弱かったウエイトだと、いや今投げたらそれじゃあれじゃ遅い。
Seems like a long discussion. Sure they're trying to
速さは
make it
遅い。
clear here what the weight
今ハックだったんだよ、
like.
結果的に。
普段のハックぐらいだ。
I don't know what could be so long. This is a fairly straightforward shot.
余裕だ、余裕だ。
By all indications, it seems to be okay. So a missed shot here for the Swiss in the first end has given the Japanese 2 points here in the first to take a 2-0 early 2-0 lead.
重かった。てっちゃんのも相当止まったもんね。2投目滑ってるところあるからね。
Beetje minder komen. Ja, dat is natuurlijk die ziekte voor corner. En dan is de zwemmer weg op zijn corner. Goed.
We're back here with second end action at the Baden Masters Curling Champions Tour coverage of this year's tour. You never like to start a opening end in a very important game with a miss like Brunner just had in the last, flashing a relatively easy hit and giving the Japanese a fairly simple 2. So it'll be interesting to see how he reacts and settles down and starts making better shots. Happens quick. A little too much ice, a little too much weight. Center guard went up, Japan.
Kijk, met slag. Noem me Neil.
Sliding into the house, which assume that was a corner guard attempt.
Sanika. Sanika. Yeah. Okay. Hey.
Oh. Hey.
Kozuki Morozumi.
これあるよ。ないわ。
Wat zijn we lijn?
Brunner requesting another corner guard from Carnusian.
Niet goed. Look, in dan Neil bits die nee, komt veel. Is goed.
Long with the first one and quite a bit shorter with the second one, so he's going to have to zero that in a little bit better. Those lead rocks are fairly important.
5、4、3、 4フットにフリーズぐらい。
That's way out there, that rock. It's probably not going to do
重い
much.
と思う。
And seems like the Japanese don't care too much about that rock, so they're playing into the house, or at least the guard. Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi.
ウェイト、時間15、4、2、4、イエス、イエス、2、2、5、6だな、5、5、ウェイトは
Looking to go around the center guard.
コウスケ君に。
Needs to curl a little more to get nicely buried. The weight's looking pretty good.
いや、もういい、もういい、もうそうそうそう。
Don't know if he just set up a double there though.
滑ったね。
Certainly double.
Freeze on the field.
Very aggressive call here by the Swiss, going directly for a freeze into the pocket. And I see Neil Schwenter here playing second rocks, being asked to throw a freeze right into that pocket.
Sicher genug. Hier passt. Noch warten. 4, 8. Okay. Binder 4. Ist noch weit raus. Enger 12. Achtung, sicher bis an, sicher bis an. Linie ist gut für an. Schauen, schauen. Ist genug. Nummer Freeze, Nummer Freeze. Schau, schau, schau.
まだ行ってたと思う。
That needed to curl a little more. Didn't quite get into the pocket.
8。中には入れないんだよね。あ、入れんのか。
Straight takeout here.
It's good. Whoa. Me. It. 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 It.
That's the one. Removes his back one and rolls out. So, yeah, I think he was hoping to keep 2 of them, but removes 2 of his own. Brunner continuing to stay aggressive here.
Okay.
相手の全然曲がらない石に動揺してね、記録出すのにビビってステージ最悪だな。
Ist gut. Steil. Linie ist gut. Linie ist gut. Fahren 4. Schauen.
Certainly needs to get close to this red one.
いや、てっちゃん1
Wow,
投目はな
nice.
かった。
Nice.
2投目は合ってるように見える。
Doesn't want to bump or go past it.
Kann ich.
Wants to stay in front of it and as close as possible.
Sonne.
And this is looking really fine.
Gut.
Pretty good shots.
7か8ぐらいね。こんな感じだったら飛べるよ、最後。ああ。
Nee, gell. Geht nicht so. Hat er am Schluss gehabt?
6、7、6、イエス。イエス。7、2、7、7、2、7、2、コウスケ。ヤム。イエス。イエス。イエス。はい。イエス。イエス、イエス、イエス、ゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴー。
Just comes up a little bit short. Starting to plug up the middle though.
Lange da, wenn du nur so hast. Ja, hinten 12 lange. Ist da gut?
Wants to tap that red one in the 8 foot and the white back. Stefan Staley.
Enger 12. Tjut. 12, länger. Wow, tjut. Ja, wow. Wow, ist wow. Hek. Wow, noch nicht gut. Was Hek? Wow. Ja, ist Hek. Ah. Yep, 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 yep.
Misses it, just moves it over.
Okay.
Needed to curl a little bit more.
8までね、8まで。5ぐらいってことだね。
Problem when you get the hammer and you're playing around the center here, you're usually not playing for much more than 1 point, which the Japanese would be perfectly happy with, to concede 1 point to the Swiss and get that all-important hammer back in the third end. Really working this by the guard. Got to get in the inside of that yellow. Nicely done. That yellow is sitting pretty precariously there.
ね、思ったより進まないね。
Bald Schwarzer.
から曲がっちゃってびっくりした
Kascha Heck.
6-7って言ってるけど入ってるから
Another option would be just a straight hit,
In die ganze
Roll.
Weit. Heck. Sorry for the.
remove those 2 red and try and lie two in the house. But Brunner continues his aggressive calling here, playing around that center guard. They have the last rock advantage.
Schneller. Sport. Yep. Exakt. Sport. Sport. Yep. Sport. Yep. Yep.
Need to move some rocks back behind the tee line here. Just skins by that guard. Remove that 1 rock. And now sitting second and third shots. I wonder if the Japanese can now hit that red one and remove both yellows. And sit 3. I don't know how much he can see of that red one past the guard. All he has to do is touch it and those 2 yellows are gone. Oh, that's wide open. Just needs to come hit that on the nose, and he's sitting 3. Really aggressive calling here on the Swiss part. Get themselves in a bit of trouble here. And the Japanese are sitting 3 after that. Now you got there's an opportunity for 3 right there. Get that on the inside, double them out.
Ein bisschen weniger. Ja.
Ooh, that didn't pay out very well. Needed to get that back one too. Just got that too full. Last rock here for the Japanese. Need to take a run at this yellow rock without trying to touch their own. Just playing the guard here. Maybe a little afraid of taking that out and jamming it on their own. So playing the guard, trying to protect their own from the raised takeout. I'm just wondering if that leaves Brunner with an in-turn tap for 2. Seems a lot of discussion here when Morozumi's sitting in the hack. He's got those young knees. Don't really like that. It's a lot of pressure on the knees sitting in the hack like that. This doesn't look like a guard. Looks like it's pretty long. It's freezing it. Works as a guard though. I'm wondering if that in turn now is there. A little tap. I think hitting on the nose is going to get you 2. Just looking at 1. Need to come around that guard, come to the face of that red one at the back of the button and just move it back 2 feet, 1.5 feet. They're about 20 or 25 centimeters out of the blue, and maybe make 2 that way. Don't think they see that one, or maybe they don't believe it's there. They're just going for the straight red onto yellow and tap the yellow back to shot position and try and make 1 in this end. So playing pretty firm weight here, hack. Red, yellow, tap. Move the red, move the yellow back onto the red, leaving it hopefully shot for the Swiss. Brunner. Sweepers are laying off it. Weight looks all right. Good control, nice little tap, very nicely done. 1 for Team Brunner here in the second. Now a score of 2-1 here at the Baden Masters. And we're back into the third end here. Morozumi versus Brunner. Japan versus Switzerland match. We're seeing a lot of aggressive calls from the young Swiss team, especially playing around the center guard with the hammer in the last end. Let's see if what they do without the hammer. And put up a center guard. And great draw there from the Japanese lead. Nicely buried. Brunner will try and corner freeze to that Japanese rock on the top of the 8 foot. And that's looking pretty nice. Moves that red one just out from behind the guard a little bit. Good shot there from Carnusian. Japan now sitting 2. Sventer trying to take that red one. Top of the 12. Not sure if they're going for the double or just the straight hit. This is looking like a straight nose hit attempt, but he's hitting it off center and just pushes it behind the guard. Not a very good shot for the Swiss team. Morozumi now 2 shots behind the guard with the hammer. Draw to the outside, now sitting 3. So now looks like a straight run back attempt here by Sventer. Looking pretty good. Now it just gets the 1. Gets the 2. Lucky call over here a bit. Still jams it, but is lying second shot in front of that Japanese counter at the back. But, Morozumi still in a very good position here. One red shot behind the guard. Draw over to the right in front of that yellow rock and sit 2 again.
Wir sind noch second. Nochmal. Okay. Wie lang? Jetzt für 9 lang, ja? Ist gut.
Straight raise back. Japanese came up a little bit short with their draw. Brunner can get this to go straight back, to be sitting 2. He can hit it right on the nose. Oh, looks like a perfect shot. Straight raise back, sitting 2 and guarded at the top of the 8-foot. Fine shot there by Staley. And now Morozumi in a bit of a difficult position. Also going for the aggressive variation here. Draw around the center. Not a lot of room here. Want to leave it in front of the tee line and get it buried as much as you can. Difficult shot. Curling nicely to drag it a little further. Just needed to finish a little more. I think partially buried anyways.
I think it was pretty much there.
Well, as good as he could throw it.
It's okay.
And we see here that it's still fairly wide open. That's just not a lot of room to draw to that spot. Brunner hit and roll away from here. Can be sitting 3. Stefan Staley.
Sport! Sport! Los! Komm! Nein, go Sean. Yep.
Ooh, misses everything. It's a pretty bad miss. Japan has the hammer here in the 3rd. Like they're trying to draw down on top of their own. Try and get it buried a little more. And just a raise, tap back. Should still be fairly wide open there. I think there's a double possibility there. Double those red rocks out. Absolutely. Just hit 3/4 of that rock on the right hand side, just right of the center line. Double those 2 out. Brunner tightening up the ice for a takeout here. Front end looking on.
Heidi. Go, baby. Go, Heidi.
Asking if both will go, and Brunner with a clear yes. Just off the center. Drive that red one off to the left and take the back red one with it. Jump on all over it. Trying to keep it straight. Oh, Brunner threw that one inside. Not a very good throw. Just, didn't take a lot of time in the hack there. Just kind of got in and threw it. Not a lot of focus on the line. A little back and forth here. Japanese controlling this end again. Sitting 2. Don't know if necessary to hit that. Well, not draw one just to the other side. Got the hammer. 2 rocks. Japanese have 2 rocks to Swiss 1 rock. Don't know if it's necessary to hit this rock. It's 3rd shot. That's what it looks like what Morozumi's doing. Might have been better off just to draw to the other side. Let Brunner try and make that shot. If he doesn't make it, he could be giving up 2, 3 or more. Certainly doesn't want to hit this on the outside and drive it back on his own. Oh, picks it cleanly. Sitting 3. Don't see a triple. Looks like you might have the same shot again for the double. And try and roll in somewhere where he outcounts the other 2. Dangerous jam back onto that yellow. A lot of angles here to consider. That double that he tried with his first one is still there. Maybe he will keep the shooter around, out count top one. Hitting that top one, he has to be careful he doesn't drive that back onto his yellow. Giving up a whole bunch.
Even tef als je loopt te hek. Is goed. Ja, net af het stevig eruit.
Yep, not an easy situation here for Brunner.
Ja. Ja. Okay, machen wir den da. Der da ist gut. Ja, ich habe das Gefühl, lieber ein bisschen auszutreffen.
Going for the hit on the nose.
Nein, also selbst ich
Very dangerous call here.
Ich sage genau gerade in der Linie.
We're taking a close look at it. Got to dry that red one that's on the center line.
Gib noch ein bisschen mehr.
Don't want to jam that back onto the yellow one. That's the problem with his nose hit. It's the easiest double, of course,
Also auch 3.
if he can get it
Auch
past.
3? Nein, einfach 2.
Wieso machst du nicht den gleichen von vorhin?
Was?
Ist gut.
Ja, weil wir nachher sicher weg sind.
Okay.
Big shot here for Brunner. Trying to get at least 2 of them without
Ist gut.
jamming.
Juni.
Even if he does make this shot, the Japanese may have a possibility of 3 anyways. Just got themselves into a bit of a situation.
Achterhalt. Tiet. Wow, wow, wow. Tiet. Wow, 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 wow.
Gets 1, gets 2, and he does take out his own. Oh, draw for 5. That was the danger of that. And they were looking at it. They were very aware of it.
Sorry about that.
Sure they want to rethink that one if they had a chance to do that again. Draw for 5 here in the third end. And that would be a huge lead. Sure, Morozumi didn't expect he'd be throwing a simple draw to the house for 5 in this end when it started. Both teams missing some shots. Not a well-played end from either team. Nevertheless, big 5 here in the third for Morozumi to take a commanding 7-1 lead after 3 ends of play at the Baden Masters. So we're back here in the third end, in the fourth end. A big score of 5 in the third for the Japanese. Some big errors. Actually, both teams didn't play quite well. Lots of material there for both coaches to talk to their teams. But certainly the Swiss coming up short on that one. And really have an uphill climb now for the rest of the game. 8 more ends to go. Really need to bear down, focus, get some rocks into play, score a couple of points, tighten that game up again. It's been a long day for these teams. It's been hot in here.
Okay.
Game conditioning certainly not there yet for many of these teams. Obviously, it's been a summer break. Focus starting to wane. Of course, you would expect the Japanese to be in a little more of a difficult position with the time lag. Tokyo about 7 or 8 hours ahead of Baden time. So they're well into their night. Curling Champions Tour coverage of the Baden Masters continues throughout the weekend. We have 3 more games on for tomorrow, and that coverage will start at 13:45 in the afternoon. And we will be showing Schwaller against Sterne, Denmark, Swiss match. And then at 1600 we will have a Scandinavian matchup with Edin and Kausta. And then at 8 o'clock Central European time in the evening, the quarterfinals begin. So round robin play coming to a finish tomorrow at between 4 and 6. And then top 8 teams qualify for the quarterfinals. 12 teams can go home. Here at the $40,000 Canadian dollars Baden Masters opening event of the Curling Champions Tour 2016-2017 season. Lots of great teams here playing as usual. Baden Masters always attracts a lot of top teams just ready to go. And here we see curlingchampionstour.org. Take a look at our website. We're still working on it. Brand new website we just launched after 10 years of the old one. And give us a like on Curling Champions Tour Facebook page too. We'd be happy to have you on there. And we'll be showing a number of our tournaments throughout the season. The next coverage will be in about a month's time from the Stockholm ladies. That's promising to be a great event. Lots of good teams always lined up for that one. And we will be showing the middle of October, Champrix Masters. And then the Bernese Ladies Cup in the middle of January. The German Masters in Hamburg, the end of January. European Masters in April, and possibly 1 or 2 in between. So a long season ahead of us on the Curling Champions Tour. And we're happy to have you with us. So Japanese, obviously, no more aggressive play. Just get rid of anything that doesn't look red. Anything that's not in the house obviously can't count. This end is moving along rather quickly. No guards up for Brunner. 2 red Japanese rocks in the house he's trying to use somehow. Even a score 2 here in the 4th. Bring that a little closer still. Just 5 ends to play here. Can't give up. And you want to, it's early in the season. Every end is worth a good effort. Here's a fine looking shot. That's the kinds of shot making you need. Well buried. Japanese just to run back now.
Freeze. Halt from freeze. Netter. Nicht leicht. Sehr lang, sehr langsam. Enger 4. Ja. Enger 4, kannst du nicht drum umnehmen. Okay, Achtung, zieh Nil. Ja. Nein, ist gut, vorne 4. Okay, wenn vorne wo? Wenn vorne wo? Wow. No bounce, einfach bis an. Gut so, wow. Gut. Genau. Schon gut, sind oben. Hi, so. Gut, wir sind ja noch nicht voll. Nein, ich glaube nicht, dass er hinten dran spielt. Das ist keine Chance auf 3. Yves, hinter dir. Komm. Zu mir. Ja, bist du Draw oder Roll? Das ist nicht so faul. Ich will fast eher den Roll. Wenn er irgendwie den Freeze probiert, dann haben wir eher den. Okay. Da habe ich schon mal das Heck gespielt. Zweite. Ja, Heck so ist. Heck, ist hinten dran, oder?
So nice little hit and roll attempt here. Brunner try and hit and roll in behind those 2 rocks that are front of the forefoot. Somehow try and generate a couple of points.
Knapp, Schnurr, Hack. Go, Nil, Nil. Fest, Hack. Fest, fest. Hack bis fort. Achtung. Kommt gut. Fest. Wow. Okay.
Nicely done, just rolled a little bit too far, but it's still in a pretty good spot.
Schon noch probieren. Okay, also wenn er schielt, ist vorbei, ja? Ja. Welchen haben wir mit Scham gespielt? Gehen wir da.
Ja, nein, mach mal 4 machen.
Gib noch weniger für das Double.
So, draw for 2 here for the Swiss. Chance to get multiple points and try and get back into this game.
Nein, aber dieselbe Linie. Einfach die Susi. 50, 60? Ja, 50, 60. Doe maar een beetje. Is goed? Nee. Moest goed. Goed. Is goed. Oh. Jawohl. Machen wir 2, ja? Ja, ja, jetzt schon. Ja, Ziellinie hat etwas. Drüber, hä? Okay, aber drüber und da, drüber und da. Drüber und wo? Noch nicht. Okay, aber drüber. Drüber und wo? Ist gut. Tipptopp. Hat er gehabt? Ja, gut.
いいよ、ウエスト。ラインは全然いいよ。てっちゃん。5ね、4、5。イエスだ、イエス。負けとして。負けとして。
Burde være litt flere litt
Drøy.
A nice draw lead from the Japanese. Has been solid all game. And drawing
Is goed.
really well.
En je paas is terug.
Putting those rocks in place, putting pressure onto the Swiss. The Swiss have been struggling to answer that. It's so important, those lead rocks. Get in the right position.
Ja, is goed. Nee. Easy. Wow. Ja. Vol. Not erop vriezen. Dus moet hebben. 10 hinten, 4. Oké.
aber
Hier ist gut. Schauen, schauen.
ist nicht schlecht, ist nicht schlecht, ist nicht so schlecht, die Stellung.
Warte, wow, wow, wow. Bis freeze, sicher freeze. Linie ist gut. Linie ist gut, bis freeze. Ja, ja, könnt. Jupp, nach heute. Jupp, hoi.
Fest,
Wow,
fest, noch ein.
Gut, so, sehr gut.
Ist gut.
Gut. Gut, Neil. Hat man gehört, ja. Ist noch mal so, oder? Was so?
You can't get any better shot than that red one. It's just highlighted nicely all the way around with a little bit of weight. That looks pretty. Good shot, guys.
No. Hey, wow.
Wow.
No, ist locker drüber.
Ah, Linie kommt gut. Hinter Schahan. Schahan. Nein, wow. Ah, hat etwas.
Trying to replace this guard. Trying to keep rocks in play.
Schön.
Hi.
Steal in the 5th. Steal every end from now on till the 8th.
So.
Quickly go some of the other games. Brewster is up 3-1 against Red Torna after 4 ends of play. Ulsrud 3-1 over Hess after 4 ends of play. And Kyle Smith
Bist drauf, fast.
2-1 over Schwaller also after 4 ends of play. So all those games quite close.
2, 1, 2.
Here at the 5th draw.
Okay.
Curling Champions Tour coverage of the Baden Masters.
Ist gut.
This is our
Ja, ja,
third
noch nicht
game
so viel
today.
gerufen. Schon gut.
This morning we covered Ulsrud versus Rittenor, Italy, Norway. This afternoon we had China against Dicru, Switzerland. Tomorrow we're going to cover Swiss team against Denmark. Schwaller against Sterne, and then Edin against Costa in the afternoon. And then the quarterfinals begin at 8 o'clock.
Ja, ja, einfach so. So. Innen nach. Da kannst du ja schon den, aber... Okay.
Nochmal ausgehen.
Innen nach, ist gut.
Oder ist in einer Doku?
Staley trying to push that yellow one
Finger 8 ist gut, Backline.
Wow,
back
Achtung.
on, angle it back onto the red that's in the forefoot.
Finger 8.
Wow. Wow.
Backline, backline.
Noch nicht gut, noch
Mehr als
nicht gut.
Backline.
Länger.
It's like they're going direct at the red. It's over curling.
Okay.
Pushed it back behind the tee line. I don't think I've ever seen a rock so perfectly placed in the middle of the house.
Good. Yes. Link. Go. Yeah. Yes. Roll.
It removes one of the yellow ones. Rolls to the open. An opportunity to play an out-turn draw, or even an in-turn draw. Come around that long guard. Try and get one in the forefoot there. And move that red one, just to move it off the button a little and try and lay shot in front of it. You can see just over half of it from the out-turn side.
Maar nu ligt we in de tegen door zo. Zullen we nou een shot zien? Zo is het lang. Die is zoveel op. Wil je gewoon stijlen, zo in de 4 en 8 goud hebben. Goed. Oké, ciao met de lijn. Ja. Ja, ik kom mee om bij naar huis. Die goed te zijn, dan kom ik huis zitten. Dat is zo. Ja. Ja, we zijn zo wel. Hier nog. 4 lijn. 60, 65. 55. We gaan niet bij denken. Letzte. 60. Dat is goed. Schinger, backline. Achtung. Achtung. Wow. Wow, naar warten. Backline. Achtung. Wow. Achtung, Niel. Wow.
Go for the straight back raise. Ooh, just rolls off it. Very close. There's one more rock to come. Japanese certainly need to be careful here. Freeze in on top of their own and take that spot away from the Swiss. Out-turn draw, freeze right into the middle. Before the Swiss get there.
Zo slecht liet, dan moest niet even dat is wel zo. Ja, ik kan doen. Ja, ik heb maar één nodig.
Yosuke, Morozumi. Trying to freeze to the button.
Ja, op zich zelf is het wel het meeste.
And take that shot away from the Swiss. That's about the only way they're going to steal in this end. Really need to work this. This is wrecking all over the guard. But it's enough to cover that shot rock. But that raise is difficult also. Not sure what they have here to try and get into that 4-foot area. Can't raise that yellow one straight back. Might be able to play an in-turn and roll off your yellow. In-turn and just come into the 4-foot and roll off that yellow and roll in front of the red. Or the straight double on the red. Danger of jamming there and giving up a whole bunch. Be shaking hands after that. Turn draw around the guard. That should come in enough. Don't seem to like it. Let's see here, play that in turn. If it curls enough, come off the inside of your yellow sitting in the forefoot and just roll over on top of that red one. And then you're in a pretty good spot to steal. I don't think they see that.
Goed, achterhoofd. Flash.
落としちゃったよ。
Yeah. That was a tough shot. Didn't work out for him. So pretty simple draw here for the Japanese. Just need a piece of the forefoot for 2. I need a good full of the forefoot to take 2.
Nee, we spelen nummer.
滑りは一緒。
SBI?
今のは弱かったってこと？
Well, that's what these tournaments here. It's early in the season. This is the place to learn, place to improve, get your conditioning, game mind. Coaches get their information to work on it. And right onto the button for 2. And that will make that a final score of 9-3. And I think we'll try and switch over to the game going on next to it. Olsrud and Hess. Guys. And we'll try and pick up a little bit of that Olsrud Hess going on the sheet next to it. Japan making a little less mistakes than the young Swiss team here. Lots of potential there. Just need to clean it up a bit. Focus a little bit. Talk strategy with their coaches. I'm sure they'll be fine. And that's a final score of 9-3. And we will now switch over to watch a little bit of the Olsrud Hess game. Olsrud leading 4-1 in that game. Try and pick up a little bit of that.
今のだと早い。
And here we go. Oh, look at a nice
あ、今のウェイトだと5ミカンで止まった。
cable hanging in the middle. And see where our cameraman is positioned there, right in the middle of the sheet. A little bit different view here. We're only fixed over one sheet, so we can't move our cameras over. But that's okay. This will give us a little bit different perspective. Hess has got the hammer here, playing yellow rocks, but he's down 4-1, and they're in the 6th end.
ナイス。
We watched a little bit of Old Shrewd. We watched Old Shrewd against Rip Tourna earlier. Old Shrewd, as always, seemed to be in pretty good shape. And they're certainly controlling this game. They've won their first 2 games.
慌ってきました。なんかあれ背負ってたらいいか。それにしても言っちゃうんだね、あんなに。今のはね、で行く投げ方してました。風やっちゃった。
Old Shrewd at 2-0 in this group. Hess has got 1 win and 1 loss. Hess lost to Brewster and beat the European Junior Curling Tour champions from last season, Lautenbach, 5-2. So they have their backs against the wall, try and qualify for the quarterfinals for tomorrow. Lots of red rocks, Norwegian rocks in play here already. Wolfsburg trying to decide where to put his next rock. Doesn't want to create any places for Hess to hide. I don't think he's quite sure what he wants to do. If that was an indication for a guard. Throwing up the guard. This looks like he's going to be forced to play a takeout here somewhere, although he doesn't want to. He needs to get behind those rocks somehow. You see Yves Hess skipping the team. Team out of Zug, Switzerland. Removes the guard. That was Rainer Kobler. See Torger Nergard. Looks like Thomas is back in his usual skipping position. Remember, we watched him this afternoon. Torger was skipping. Doesn't want to leave it too long. Just covers the inside of that one, biting the forefoot. Rainer Kobler again. Trying to navigate a port. Get around that long guard. Trying to get to the face of that shot rock. Forefoot. Nicely done. Just not sure what's going to happen if Thomas guards that, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Just plug that hole. Victory here. Oldsford should be pretty well guaranteed a quarterfinal spot. Only one more game to play tomorrow. Round robin game, and that'll be against Brewster. Trying to get it right in the hole there between those red and the yellow. Get a little deeper. So Hess seems to think he can play an in-turn draw here, try and move that red one that's sitting in the top of the house, that Norwegian rock, and try and touch it, move it back maybe to the back of the rings, and then try and hopefully leave himself something for his last rock. Very tough position here. Yves Hess. Represented Switzerland last year at the Mixed Doubles Worlds. This is over curling. Touch that top one. Might have just set up a double here for Olsrud. Double these out, he'd be sitting 4. It's 1. Nope. Didn't quite make it. Shot in the forefoot, still very much guarded. This is going to have to come up with something here. Oh, straight draw for 1. Trying to make it 4-2 if he makes this. Here in the 6th end. Score 4-1 for Oldsrud. Last rock in the 6th here. And Brewster Retorna. Still a close game there. 3-2 for Brewster. Brewster maintaining the hammer going into the 7th with a 1-point lead. Smith steals 1 in the 6th to take a 4-1 lead going into the 7th against Yannick Schwaller. This is way out there. It's got to come down. The sweepers are not anywhere near it. And that's just too long. Another steal here for Oldsrud. So one more draw tonight. We won't be covering any of those games. Tonight, Edin plays against Louis, China. De Cruz versus Costa. Attinger versus Murdoch. Pfister versus Norway. Setting up the corner guards. Need to score 2 or 3 here for sure. Very well needs a 3 actually. 2 just won't be enough. Soft peel attempt here from Havard Pedersen. touches it, moves it over, rolls out. Nice shot. Second guard up. And Christopher Svout can start hitting these. There's a double possibility, long double, but just take away that one. Bumpy's got his hat on backwards. Nice shot. It'll be really tough here for Hess to get back into this game. Another guard attempt. Very nicely done. Pretty straightforward here. The Swiss team just hoping for a miss. Anything that they can hide behind. This will be wide open. Hit and roll to the middle. Make sure you make contact. Target and air guard. Pass the guard. Hess will try and go behind that one in the top of the 12-foot now. Nice shot. Very nicely done. Picks it cleanly and sits around the back of the house. Has to try that again. Schwaller takes 2 against Smith in the 7th. Make that game a little closer. It's now 4-3 for Smith going into the last end with the hammer. Schwaller made 1 and stole 2 in the last game to force an extra end, only to lose it in the extra end. Norwegians certainly not missing any of these, making everything. What to do next? Looking at a couple options. Draw behind the 2 that are on the top of the picture. Hit and roll, like he just indicated there. Freeze to the back one. Hess has got 2 rocks left. And it looks like they've opted for the hit and roll. Somewhat desperation here for the Swiss team. Playing against 2014 world champions. Very good. Did he roll enough? Don't think so. Can't move that rock yet. End isn't over. So, Ulsrud should see most of this, I would think. Of course, we can't see the angle from where we're at, but I think it's fairly open. And they've thrown enough rocks down this side to certainly know what its path is doing. No doubt about that. Takes out his own at the back. So simple draw here to the 8 foot to score 1. And with that, the gloves come off. So that game's over at 5-3 for Ulsrud over Hess. Our feature game, we showed you Morozumi, Japan against Brunner from Switzerland. That was a short affair, only went 5 ends. A big 5 for the Japanese in the third end. It was a final score of 9-3. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage of the Baden Masters from the Curling Champions Tour coverage. We will be back again tomorrow at 1:45 Central European time. And we have 3 games tomorrow that we'll be covering. First game will be Schwaller versus Sterne from Denmark. And Edin versus Costa later on in the afternoon, and then quarterfinal action tomorrow night here from Baden. I wish everybody a good night and see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.